dive into that. Tell me more
Sure.
about what you're thinking. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but give me your version of it.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you where it came from. So I grew up on a cattle ranch in Nebraska, 4,000 acres, the middle of the
I did not know that.
sand hills of
That's
Nebraska, the
wild.
Niobrara River running through it. We were raising, certified Black Angus beef at the time. So
Right.
growing up on a ranch, you learned real quick what integrity, hard work was, but you also learned what looking somebody in the eye,
Fuck yeah.
shaking their hands, right? And your word meant.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what your word meant. And my dad was, a cowboy, right? And he was a salesperson and he was kind of a geneticist ultimately. My mom was a school teacher. So you had to trust each other, right? You had to trust each other. You had to trust the land. You had to trust the animals. You had to trust the horse you were on the back of. You had to trust your neighbors when our river was cresting and getting ready to flood our pastures, that everyone would come together and throw sandbags down. You had to trust your family to make ends meet when money was tight and maybe give you a holiday that you shouldn't have had because the money really wasn't there. So that's what I mean is I want to foster the trust with clients, and that's why there is nothing that I do not run through my own mind that I tell a client and say, what would you do in that situation, Carrie? Because I also have the gift of 20 plus years in this industry that many of my clients don't have 20 years of understanding what a mortgage is, what it's about, things you should consider. So I just try to sit in their seat and say, what would I do if it were me?